It's Friday on Your View. Welcome to the show. I am Murayo Afolabi Brown. As always, I have the ladies with me. Hey, Elijah, Nima, Akasha, Zabere.
Good morning, Mo. This hyping is not. This is what our address in Ashebe. I hope that Idris will do a party today. So the CEO Lagos Gist Media and Communications, Idris Oluwa Alaji. Youngest Alaji. Alaji Idris Said Oluwa Tosin. Happy birthday. Today is his birthday.
Happy birthday,
you know that I've already complied.
Happy birthday, Lagos Gist.
Yes, you are going.
He should call party now. He has not called party. I'm putting my WhatsApp invitation. So if he calls party, straight
from here.
Because, you know, he covers all these Lagos. And he wishes us happy birthday for all our birthdays. Every year, I see the links for our birthdays. Thank you, Idris, for being such an amazing Aburo. God bless you.
I'm going to also use the opportunity to mention that today is the funeral service of Mama Emily Oluwumi Adebakin Ni. She'll be laid to rest today. I'll be attending Auntie Fashola, Auntie Tolu Fashola was when I introduced me, invited me, and I'll be there today by God's grace. Just to pop in quickly, I have a lot of things to do today, but I'll be there. But thank you for inviting us. I'll definitely be there. Yeah. So, hello, Mariam Longe.
Hi. I was just looking at my bunch. I just realized I dreamt, and all three of you were in my dream.
Oh, you've seen us back to back so much.
We have plenty of money inside that dream.
You people are money. There was you driving.
Okay,
there
that
was
sounds like me.
There's so many things that were happening. Like now that I'm sitting here, I'm wondering, was this a vision of something? Yes.
Back to back.
All three of you were in that dream.
Anyway,
I woke up.
I like this. Your top is different, though.
Thank you.
Where do you shop?
Cool.
Different places.
This is really lovely.
But it's you that will see this kind of thing.
God bless you. That was my next statement. Like, I can see it and I will not buy it. But it's mine that will see it. But it's lovely. Absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
Weekend plans, anything?
No, well, it's Friday already, right? I don't know, no weekend plans.
Well,
no rest for me this weekend.
No rest for the weekend.
Your friends are really doing. Since morning, Miriam has been getting me. She even wore my hat like this. So I am not for long. But this weekend, the children are graduating from the holiday class.
Okay.
So I'll be there on Saturday. Then I'm supposed to be somewhere on Sunday.
Graduating from holiday classes.
Can you imagine?
They invited all of us.
You people soon go do another party.
No. This is a presentation of what they've learned.
Okay.
So parents have been invited. You know, if they were doing party, I will not come.
Amatu, how are you?
I'm doing well. So throughout yesterday, I was at the factory.
I like your earrings.
Thank you. I was at the factory. We're busy packing our fonio acha and our oil. We have fonio acha flour and grain for sale. Please.
Flour,
yes, that fonio acha flour that is good for people with diabetes is a grain, special grain from the north. So we remove the sand, the stone in it, and then we pack it. Sometimes we just grind into flour and sell. So we have it in bulk. Please place your orders.
So can you use that for cakes?
Yes, you can use it for cake. You can use it to swallow and take any soup. Yes, baking.
Oh, nice.
Everything. Yeah.
Because the kids have been using up my oven. I mean, they've been big. They did buns. They did meat pie. I mean, like these kids. Because my help has my ATM. Like, so I have a house ATM, right? So I put some money in this just for the holiday when I'm not around. Because she knows how much is inside. So she tells me, should we bake today? You know, when I get home, they tell the driver that they want to go to the market. I just start saying, pinging 60,000. What is happening? Where are you people? The children want to bake. We need to go and buy flour. I said, what? So they've been baking in my house. I said, your daddy will electricity bill. By end of this month, they would know. The oven has been on, using oven. They're doing chicken pie today. They're doing meat pie. They're doing.
But that's good. That's lovely.
It's good, but it is bande matter now.
Calm down.
Calm down.
Calm down.
I
love your outfit.
Thank you.
Yes. Looking very nice.
Very nice. Hook me up.
It's your favorite color.
Yeah,
she's really your favorite orange color.
I love orange. I love burnt orange. Let's go on a very short break. When we come back, we'll look at the front pages of the paper. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Okay, we're going to start. Welcome back. We're going to start with the nation. PDP convention threatened by leaders battle over zoning. Be part of our steady rise, Tinubu tells diaspora Nigerians. Olatunji Dare donates building to Kogi Varsity. CDS, terrorists thrive on funds from illegal gold mines. Mba restores Okpara's vision with rehabilitation of Hotel Presidential. First Lady to empower 1,000 women today in Lagos. Student loan disbursement hit 86.3 billion naira, says Now Fund. And Edo government steps up anti-occultism crackdown. Okay, which story are we starting with?
Okay, so the CDS answering questions yesterday was speaking and talking about how this funding of terrorists is coming from illegal mined gold to sustain their operations. And I'm thinking, but we know where they are mining the gold illegally within the country at least, because he mentioned that they're also being funded from outside and there's little or nothing that they can do because the process has a lot of legal issues and it has to do with international connections. Some of these funds that are coming from outside can't do anything from within, and that those local terror groups receive monies daily from some individuals that they are hired by from outside. They said local ones also, they normally do what they try to do some things by, providing motorcycles to people who remit to them daily from daily process. So sort of laundering the monies. And he said that even though the DSS is on it, they are on it, a lot of issues are still in that area to block the funding, that they are doing everything that they can do. And he also attributed the latest wins of the arrest of the Mahmoud Mohammed Usman of the Ansaru and the Mahmoud Al-Nigeri of the Mahmouda group, these two terrorist leaders who were arrested. He attributed this to the Air Force thorough planning, according to him, of the Nigerian Air Force, the Nigerian Army, the Nigerian Navy, the Directorate of Military Intelligence, and the Department of State Services, and said that they have been working together with all other organizations, and that's why this success showed. He said these guys were wanted for a very long time, showing that intelligence was deployed and operational work was working together. And he commended the NSC, who had announced the arrest of the leaders, commended them for leading well. He also said that Nigerians should now acquire combat skills to help, in combating, of course, terrorists. And mentioned that the DSS, the Nigerian Intelligence Agency, they're tracking politician funding terrorist group also.
Okay.
So,
all right.
Yeah, I have Edo State Governor Okpebola has stepped up anti-cultism war with the sealing of more buildings belonging to suspected cult leaders, and he has declared these leaders wanted. They said that there was a coordinated operation, code-named Operation Flush Out Cultists and Kidnappers. It was led by the squad's coordinator, Mr. Idemudia Noah. First of all, at Egbein community in Igbo local government area, acting on intelligence, they stormed the building, found a white casket and fetish items that they believe was used for initiation, and they therefore sealed the building. And then in another community at Eboyare community, there was a clash. Actually, this was already reported. There was a clash where one Mr. Festus was killed, and the security team also sealed that particular building. So the owners of these buildings and these leaders from these buildings are wanted right now. But they're saying that the governor is determined to purge Edo State of cult-related violence and criminal syndicates, and that these operations, they are not just symbolic, that they are a clear statement that all these sort of activities will no longer find sanctuary in Edo State.
Okay. So I have the story. I have the Nel Fund story on the student loan. They said the federal government's Nigerian student loan, that's Nel Fund, has disbursed 86.3 billion for the upkeep allowance of students and institutional fees under the student loan scheme. They said out of the 86.3 billion, they said 38.7 billion went to upkeep allowance, and 47.6 billion went to institutional fees. He also said that the organization said 449,000 students have so far benefited from the loan, while 218 tertiary institutions have subscribed to the loan scheme. He said, NELFOR said that 754,862 students have registered on the agency's portal. Only 750,892 have applied for the loan and they got the loan. And they're saying that the interested loan applicants are required to apply for the loan at the beginning of every academic session to be eligible for both institutional charges and upkeep for that particular session. And NELFOR went ahead to say that it remains committed to its mandate of providing accessible, transparent, and efficient loan support to Nigerian students and counts on the cooperation of all stakeholders in the smooth implementation of this directive. I know a lot of people who have collected this loan, and it's good. Okay, so I have the story of the First Lady. So Lagos State will be playing host to the First Lady Senator Oluremi Tinubu CON on an official visit to the state. She will be giving out an empowering 1,000 women at the State House, Alausa, Ikeja tomorrow. After the event, she'll also open the Lagos Industrial Leather Hub, which is West Africa's biggest in Maturi, Mushin. The governor is urging on the Lagosians to accord Her Excellency a very warm welcome and the great hospitality that we are known for here in Lagos. So I know Lagos State is going to be practically locked down tomorrow. So if you don't have to be on the road tomorrow, stay put in your house, because obviously there'll be lots of protocol for her tomorrow. Okay, let's move on now to the next paper, The Punch. CDS, 2027 polls behind surge in killings. Picture story here, EFCC, NIS expel another 51 foreigners jailed for cyber fraud offenses. 3 US-based Nigerians jailed 8 years for $520,000 fraud. Oyo to pay £1 billion compensation to Circular Road project. External reserves climb to 44-month high of $41 billion. UK recognizes Alaafin as Yoruba Supreme Leader, Owade tells Oni. And UK leads Nigeria's Q1 capital inflow with 5.5 trillion naira. Okay.
3 Nigerians.
Let's take one story for the
I think mine is short. Or is it short? 3 Nigerians based in the United States, Kamaldeen Karuraole, Stephen Olamigoke, and Johnson Omodusonu, have been sentenced to more than 8 years in jail for defrauding the U.S. of $520,910 in a COVID-19 unemployment benefits. So they said that between August and October 2020, these convicts, in connivance with other suspects outside the U.S., used the stolen debit card and password to file false unemployment claims. They said that 98 of the cards were used to withdraw cards from various ATMs. The cards were issued by the states of California, Arizona, Nevada, and were being periodically loaded with benefits. And none of the cards belonged to the members of this conspiracy. They were all in the names of real individuals, but didn't belong to them. To obtain the cards, other members of the conspiracy located within the United States used stolen personally identifiable information to file numerous false unemployment claims with various state workforce agency. And they said they've sentenced them to more than 8 years in prison. Then after then, they will be deported to Nigeria and then can deal with them as we see fit.
Okay, let's go on a short break now. When we come back, we'll continue with our review. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
When you sweat, you lose ions too. Reach for Pocari Sweat, similar to your body fluid. It is easily absorbed and rehydrates you faster. Replenish your ions with Pocari Sweat Ion Supply Drink.
Mealtime is game on. Meet my Sure Bet Game Changer, made from natural ingredients to deliver game-changing chicken aroma and taste for my whole team.
Mom, why did we not use this before?
Upgrade your chicken game with game-changing chicken flavor from Maggi Chicken.
Imagine a country with over 300 plenty languages. Why you go the only focus on Yoruba, Hausa, and Igbo? Where we get a common language where they unite everybody from Oga to even Madam self and every person where they for street. That's now why we dey introduce to 89.9 Yanga FM, the #1 urban pidgin radio station where they unite us all. From the award-winning breakfast show, Waiting Day, with your brother, your friend, Wale Po.
Everywhere, so Bobo.
This na Cruise Express.
And this go be the best 4 hours of our life. Country people, make una join us. Now we be What's Up Naija crew. Now we dey give you wetin dey sup for inside we country.
Yes, so
keep it locked.
If God be your papa, why you not gonna make Yanga?
Come to Wahala.
now here we dey settle all the matter.
Bro, you right here. Nobody better than we, right?
I can always whispers be that. Make I just be the last sensible voice where you go hear.
Now we be 89.9 Yanga FM.
Good morning, Marina Station and all the passengers. Efficient, it's comfortable.
This development will go a long way in reducing congestion and emission.
The trains are long-term solution to Lagos traffic challenges.
This is where we take the final, decisions on policies, programs of government. I will have to ensure that, the narration of Lagos as a PLC is taken very, very seriously.
This is a major pedestrian bridge linking Oyingo here to Apapa Road over there.
With this overpass.
Thanks for staying with us. We're still reviewing Punch. What's the story?
Okay, so I have the Alafi and the Ooni's battle back and forth, So recently, the media aide to the Alafi has decided to carry us down history lane. He is saying that historically, the Alafi of Oyo is the more recognized title, saying that the British had signed they preferred him. So they signed the Treaty of Secession with the Alafi as the superior head of the Yoruba nation, saying that the Oyo simply rose to prominence through wealth gained from trade and military skill, and it was the largest West African empire, the most important and authoritative of all the early Yoruba principalities, saying that the British also recognized lineage and meaningful supremacy and legitimacy, and so they preferred to sign the Treaty of Secession with the Alafi as the superior head of Yoruba nation, and then went to go and conclude his statement by saying they don't have to banter words. And I'm like, but you are bantering words, and you're even raising controversial recognition. It's colonialism. We know the trade in question. It was slave trade. Are you supposed to remind us? Rest it. If it was those days, we would have seen the Abidjas come out, all the Balogun would have come out. Baba Temi, will come and bring war.
If it was in
those days, supremacy was by war and taking over. And go and read your history. Supremacy was by war, taking over of the communities, winning them, marrying their women and taking it over. That's how kingdoms were expanded. So if you want to do supremacy, you want to expand it, Kuku do it, but now it's no longer possible because we're in democracy and civilization has come. But don't come and remind us how they grew to prominence. The Egba people will not forget. Other communities that you won't forget history. This matter. Don't come and tell us how British signed treaty with you.
There's no
spokesperson for the
exactly. All our professors of history, please come and respond to Miriam and Morayo. Because now that I don't know, now the people that know to tell us.
We
Leave it.
I agree with you.
Should not come and remind us. The thing is paining me. I don't know why it's not paining me.
I also said that I also said the same thing, but we don't want you to take it too far. Don't worry.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I have story wrong. So I have the Oyo story. They said the Oyo State government has disbursed another 200 million in compensation to property owners affected by the ongoing circular road project in Ibadan, bringing total payments so far to 600 million. They said the Commissioner for Information and Orientation, Mr. Dotun Oyelade, assured that the full 1 billion budgeted for the compensation will be paid soon. He said today beneficiaries will receive between 3 million and 5 million each, with payments to be credited immediately. He also explained that the circular route corridor was first acquired in 2006 and expanded in 2018 before Governor Sheyi Makinde assumed office. He said the governor has directed that owners of both legal and illegal structures should be compensated. So those affected can get their monies.
I think I have a story. Have you taken your punch story?
Yes, I have.
Okay, so I have a story actually. In less than 8 days, the Economic Financial Crimes Commission of Nigeria, that's EFCC, has deported 93 foreign nationals convicted of cyber terrorism and internet fraud. If you recall, I took the story a few days ago where about quite a number were also deported. So in total, this is from the 192 that have been convicted, and they've been arrested during the sting operation by the Commission in Lagos. So these Chinese nationals and one Tunisian, the 93 of them in total have now been deported to their country, hopefully to go and serve their term in their individual countries. That brings the total number to 93 compared to the 192 actually that has been convicted. So the others in the next few days would also be going back to their country. Moving on quickly now to Daily Sun. PDP decides on FCT minister. FG pushing us to nationwide strikes, says ASU. Ram factions, Nima and others public outcry of opposition. North, but okay, was it Nima that was in support? It was Mariam and the rest of us and YK. North battered by multiple strategies of banditry, ACF cries out. Assault on NYSC girl. Look, LP National Assembly caucus demands prosecution. Edo government seals shrines and declares court leaders wanted. And Lagos Roadshow, Bauchi unveils economic investment potentials. Okay, story.
Okay, so let me clarify what RAMFAC did. RAMFAC says that they are constitutionally provided for. They quoted the 1999 Constitution as amended as explicitly empowering the Commission to determine appropriate pay structure. And then, so they are going to be holding, as we speak, they are holding presently in Kano the Commission's Remuneration and Monetization Committee, chaired by Mohammed Kabir Usman, who is the Federal Commissioner representing Gombe. So they have commissioners from the various states, and said that the exercise of review is not just about figures, it's about creating a system that could endure economic pressures without compromising fairness. And the Commission has equally analyzed the capacity of the government to implement the review package, ensuring that recommendations remain fair, realistic, and sustainable. So they are going to continue with their work in basic. And they stated all your commissioners representing all the various states who are in attendance in the same report.
Okay, another story.
Now, the Anambra State Labour Party caucus in the National Assembly has called on the government and the police to bring to book members of the Agune Chemba vigilante group who violently assaulted the female NYSC member Jennifer Eloho Edema in Anambra State. We remember the viral video of the young lady who was assaulted by this vigilante group. She was beaten and stripped naked, and the group said they did it because they had gotten intelligence, or I don't know, that the coppers were involved in internet fraud, and so for them, that's why they stormed their lodge and decided to
So they found
be violent.
the money in our body.
They found nothing, but they had heard that was what they were doing, so they stormed them, and we saw the assault that was played out. And so the LP Labour Party, the Labour Party in Anambra State, is insisting that the governor, that just merely suspending them or relieving them of their duties is not enough, that this more has to be done. And they're also accusing the governor of actually dragging his feet, that this was something that had happened a month ago until it went viral and everybody got on the topic. He hadn't done anything about it.
Another story, son?
Okay, so I have the story of the ACF describing the pains of the North. He said the ACF has lamented that the banditry, kidnappings and other criminalities have worsened the pains of the North, leaving families bereaved and communities devastated. He said the ACF chairman, that's Chief Mamman Osman, said the North continues to lose lives. We have lost children, middle-aged men, women, and the aged, not only to natural causes like floods and drowning, but also to evil criminals. He said that, I remember yesterday my mom was telling me about that massacre that happened in the mosque. Was saying that a lot of people were killed, that she was, the papers carried 13. She said there are more than 13.
Carried 50.
It was a very, it was, they say about 50 thereabout, and she was like, it was a very, very bad one. And now I'm now thinking, okay, now the communities are fighting back. They said, they fought back, and that was how the bandits came back to come and retaliate. So they are now like, so if the communities are fighting back, there has to be ways of how they can also, protect them, so that these people cannot come back and come and commit such atrocities. So he stressed that the forum remains non-partisan, but committed to the mission of safeguarding the North's interest within a united and indivisible Nigeria.
Okay.
God help us.
Thank you so much, Mamatu. So I have ASU, the Academic Staff Union of Universities, said it has concluded plans to hold mass rallies within university campuses next week to reawaken the consciousness of the federal government to their plights. The union president, Professor Chris Piwuna, told journalists at a press conference in Jos yesterday that government has been insensitive to the plight of lecturers, despite several peaceful approach ASU has adopted, as well as reminders through letters and other means. He insisted that the actions of the government are pushing the union to the walls, which he said will result in an industrial disharmony. I hope government is able to do something quickly. Okay, our final paper this morning is Vanguard, Climate Change, How Floods Worsen Nigeria's Health Care Woes. Olu of Worry flags off Iwere Trust Fund with 750 million naira. Insecurity aggravating pains in North, says ACF. Vanguard's health outreach brings joy to newspaper vendors in Lagos. Tinubu departs Japan for Brazil. 2027 fresh crisis looms in PDP over zoning formula. And process ongoing to name terrorism financiers in Nigeria. Says CDS. Who has that story? Okay.
No, I have the Olu of Worry. So while the two paramount rulers are fighting, the Olu of Worry is celebrating his 4th anniversary, coronation anniversary.
Wow.
And he started the Iwere Trust Fund. And he opened the trust fund with a donation of 750 million, asking sons and daughters of Ishekiri Kingdom to come and across the world to come and donate and support this Iwere Trust Fund, which is supposed to push the drive for development across the communities in Warri Kingdom. As King, we know what they do, self telling us what in British know. That's it.
So this is about climate change, and it's saying that there are indications of a growing public health emergency in Nigeria as impacts of climate change, particularly floods, rising temperature and erratic weather patterns intensify across the country. There are also climate-related illnesses, including malaria, cholera, respiratory infections, and malnutrition that pervade both urban and rural Nigeria, and it's affecting mostly the vulnerable, that's children and women. So, it's just saying that with what we're experiencing, the heavy rainfalls, the flooding, yes, we have loss of lives and property as an immediate impact, but then there's also other impacts like health issues, and what we're seeing now is just the wider spread of these diseases, especially malaria and all the rest. And then there's also the effect on reproductive health. They said evidence suggests that extreme weather can lead to preterm deliveries, low birth weights, and even miscarriages. So many stakeholders, have given their own, and they've given their own what's the word now, just added to what's happening, just to educate us better on what this is. And we have to work as a country on how to prevent the spread of these diseases and other impacts that come from climate change.
Okay, that's all we can take on Front Page Review. When we come back on what's our next segment, stay with us, we'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Little buddy, big move.
I'm Nifemi Oguntoye, news anchor with TVC News.
My day is usually busy and it's difficult keeping up with breaking news stories, trending stories, business news, stock exchange and what have you. But with TVC News on WhatsApp, I'm able to catch up with all the breaking news, real-time updates, and trending stories on the go right on my phone, no matter where I am. It's quick, easy, and always on. And hey, you can join us by scanning the QR code or using the link on our X and Instagram. Why wait? Come to the side of news that keeps you ahead. TVC News, first with breaking news.
I'm Miriam Lunge. I'm a passionate environment advocate and a published author.
I am the founder of Celebration, a businesswoman, and a fashion icon.
I am a wealth coach and a real estate developer.
I am Amako Arakwe. I'm a corporate commercial lawyer and an entrepreneur.
Barkamu da warhaka. I am Ramatu Shehu Oyibo, an entrepreneur and a business coach.
I am the voice of an average Muslim woman, an hijabite, and a lawyer.
I am a polymath and a serial entrepreneur.
I am Murayo Afolabi Brown, Managing Director, TVC Entertainment. I'm a media consultant, producer, and broadcaster.
The ladies of Your View are made of women from different professions, tribes, cultures, and religion. Join us every Monday to Friday as we share our views on topical and social issues.
This is not just a round table. This is the Black Table.
This is the Black Table, where real men speak the truth about the world we live in, the games we play, the power we chase, and the women who shake it off. Unfiltered.
There's this entitlement to choice.
Unapologetic.
Imagine a country with over 320 plenty languages. Why you go the only focus on Yoruba, Hausa, and Igbo? Where we get a common language, where they unite everybody from Oga to even Madam self, and every person wey dey for street. That's now why we dey introduce to 89.9 Yanga FM, the #1 urban pidgin radio station where they unite us all. From the award-winning breakfast show, Waiting Day, with your brother, your friend, Wale Po.
Everywhere.
This na Cruise Express.
And this go be the best 4 hours of our life. Country people, make una join us. Now we be What's Up Naija crew. Now we they give you what they sup for inside we country. Yes, so keep it locked.
If God be your papa, why you not gonna make younger?
About to a holla.
Now here we dey settle all the matter.
Bro, we right here. Nobody better than we, right?
I can always be that. Make I just be the last sensible voice where you go here.
Now we be 89.9 Yanga FM.
Good morning, Marina Station and all the passengers.
Efficient, it's comfortable.
This development will go a long way in reducing congestion and emission.
The trains are a long-term solution to Lagos traffic challenges.
This is where we take the final, decisions on policies, programs of government. I will have to ensure that, the narration of Lagos as a PLC is taken very, very seriously.
This is a major pedestrian bridge linking Oyingo here to Apapa Road over there.
With this overpass, we are providing what we call permanent solutions.
This place is one of the most dangerous areas at the biosecurity environment.
This can go into the news and every crumbs of your neighborhood.
Our goal is to remain as Africa's model megacity, to move our GDP from the 5-6 position to the 3rd position, and we believe is achievable with all the commitments we have.
Explore the city of Lagos, where dreams are made and possibilities are endless. I'm Adedoja Salamadini. I live in Lagos, inside Lagos.
I'm Nifemi Oguntoye, news anchor with TVC News.
My day is usually busy and it's difficult keeping up with breaking news stories, trending stories, business news, stock exchange and what have you. But with TVC News on WhatsApp, I'm able to catch up with all the breaking news, real-time updates and trending stories on the go right on my phone, no matter where I am. It's quick, easy and always on. And here you can join us by scanning the QR code or using the link on our X and Instagram. Why wait? Come to the side of news that keeps you ahead. TVC News, first with breaking news.
I'm Miriam Lunge. I'm a passionate environment advocate and a published author.
I am the founder of Celebration, a businesswoman, and a fashion icon.
I am a wealth coach and a real estate developer.
I am Amako Arakwe. I'm a corporate commercial lawyer and an entrepreneur.
Welcome to our hacker. I am Ramatu Shehu Oyibo, an entrepreneur and a business coach.
I am the voice of an average Muslim woman, an hijabite, and a lawyer.
I am a polymath and a serial entrepreneur.
I am Murayo Afolabi Brown, Managing Director, TVC Entertainment. Thanks for staying with us. Welcome back. So, you're welcome to the episode 2 of our special segment with Cerelac, where we dive deep into the world of parenting. Today, we're talking about something that's on every parent's mind, the whip versus the talk. Exploring parenting styles. We'll be comparing the two popular approaches, gentle parenting, you know, you have to do this properly, tell me how you feel, and you know, I see how you feel, but just come talk to me, versus the traditional parenting. Are you all right? Was. It's going to be a heated conversation here. And trust me, I think these two couldn't be more different. So let us see what you think about it. You can join the conversation on 020-1635-2013, 090-241-63440. You can also send your comments on X and YouTube. We'll be happy to share their thoughts. So, today, every coach, every parenting coach, every life coach, every anything coach will tell you, don't spank your children. Just talk to them. You know, you have to talk about how they feel. You ask them, what are you feeling right now? You know, and you keep having, I mean, they keep telling us that, you know. Have you asked her what she's thinking, what she's feeling? You know, have you come to her level? You want to be her friend? And then you're thinking, juxtaposing that to somebody telling you, you're not your child's friend until you're eating. I remember I told you that many years ago, I think it was Mrs. Olayemi that told me when I was a young mother. She came to our church and she says, you are not your child's friend a day before 18. You know, and that thing stuck to me like glue. Like before 18, I am your parent. After 18, we can now begin to have a conversation as friends, you know? And then she was talking about how some kids, she made us understand they're different kind of children. Some need the whipping, some need the talking, some need the speaking to, you know, but they're different kinds of kids. Anyway, what are your thoughts on this? Because whether we like it or not, some also argue that we have to do both. Others are saying, I have successfully raised a child without spanking that child. I've raised a responsible adult without raising my voice. So there are successes on all ends. But which one do we choose, especially considering our climate? That's the conversation. Who wants to jump in first? Ramatu or Miriam?
Okay. For me, I feel like mine is a balance. I don't know about constantly just asking, how are you doing? How are you feeling? I definitely raise my voice when I need to raise my voice. I definitely insist on proper discipline when it needs to be done. There's punishment that is meted out. One thing that I know that I've always said is the beating. And I still stand by it, especially in our own community, in our own crime, which is where we have seen children being physically abused in the name of parenting. Children will be whipped so hard that their skin is falling off. You know, you even break lips or whatever. So I've seen that degree of people saying that they're instilling discipline. And so that's why for me, I say, you know, that beating thing does not work. And also, when you get to a certain stage, my children are preteens. Well, one is a preteen, one is already a teenager. And I realized that you deploy different parenting skills really as they grow older. You can't spank them when they were younger because you could. At this age, it would mean nothing. A lot of it has to do with talking, taking away what they like and giving them, you know, and then also giving them rewards for, you know, some good behavior to encourage them. There's a lot of talking involved asking them, what do you want for yourself? If you want this in my house, the conversation, what do you want for yourself? If this is what you want for yourself, this is how to get it. If not, these are the consequences of your behavior. So they've gotten to the age where they understand there is a reward for a certain behavior and there's a consequence, even without your parents being involved. This is you're making your life's decision. Then finally, I think what I've now noticed, you know, my children, I've always said are very different, two very different personalities. My daughter, if she thinks you're upset with her, if she thinks you're going to take something away from her, like you are going to punish her, she will do better. My son, if he thinks that's what you're going, he will even be more rebellious. But when you are kinder to him, you positively affirm him, you encourage him, he wants more of that, so he will do better. Okay. You know, so taking away from him does not make him better, and her giving more will just make her more spoiled. So figuring that out also helped me to know that they're two different people and two different ways.
Your thoughts?
Yeah, so I've learned something from you, Miriam. That's so nice, because I'm going to adopt that for my son. And
Are you shouting?
I shout a lot, I won't lie, because man, especially that boy. The boy is something else. So I use the gentle and the traditional method. Even though the gentle method, I'm still learning, I'm still trying, so that, because there was a time I read somewhere, it said, have a meeting with your children. That meeting that day was a different story entirely. I put all of them together and I was like, let's have a meeting. What do you guys think? Or the next thing, Mommy, no, this, that. They were just talking. And then I wanted to, you know, interrupt. My daughter now said, Mommy, let me finish. I was like, in fact, I didn't even know when I just lost my cool. I was like, what? Why will you say that to me? Because I called you guys for a meeting. But this meeting is not even going to work. The next thing, I started shouting. I'm telling you. Then there was another time again.
I'm not that bad.
You reminded me of one meeting because I was like, oh, please, just, you know, I just said express. And I said, okay, all of you, I'm always shouting, okay, it's time for you guys to really express yourself. I calm down, you know. In fact, there was even drink, all over there. Oh, yeah, let's be talking. The next thing, Mommy, let me finish.
What is wrong in let me finish?
Exactly.
The way she said it, the tone.
There's
the tone, yes, the way she said it and the tone. You know, the way I interrupted,
so
I was
let
like...
me tell you how they've taught us how to handle that kind of thing. Be rude to me and say, Mommy, let me finish.
Let me finish.
Okay, let me say it the way she said it. I interrupted her. Mommy, let me finish. Let me finish.
I see you're angry. I can tell you're angry.
Okay.
So I'll let you to put the anger aside and let's speak one-on-one. So we're not discussing feelings now. I want you...
You have used the whole 30 minutes.
I'm trying to... mechanism. So I get that. So I hear you. I feel you. I mean, most parents do try to put on... We shouldn't shout back. But we try to, okay, you're angry. I can tell you're angry. Can we talk again when you're calmer? Should we postpone this meeting for another hour so you can come back after everybody cools off? That's how they taught us. That's how this could
time. I don't do that.
You know, immediately she did that.
Okay.
Immediately she did that.
Yes.
I changed. I changed it. So the thing is, I do very well when I change back to house. The insult she got that day. In fact, I started shouting.
So me and you,
like, this meeting is cancelled.
Me, I'll correct you because what you probably have done is postpone the meeting. So obviously you're getting upset. You shouldn't raise your voice at your mom, first of all. You're not supposed to raise your voice at me. And because you raised your voice at me, we're going to postpone this meeting. Let's have it. Everybody go cool off. Come back again. So that's probably the approach of the modern woman. Now, what you did was the traditional woman. That's wrong, though.
So, and it was immediately she did it.
Immediately she did it.
So what I would have done is, we can have a conversation or we can throw tantrums. And I'm not going to be throwing tantrums with you. First warning. You must give them warning so they now understand, okay, because they are growing, so they are understanding, they are trying to figure out their feelings, so they need to understand. So when you call them out on that bad behavior, then it's, my children, okay.
Yes.
Then,
So it was a learning opportunity at that moment to teach her how to react when somebody does that.
So I learned immediately after when I finished, because I was like, and I went and sat down, I talked to myself, I was like, but I was the one that, called for the meeting. And I said they should express themselves. So she must have expressed herself, even though she didn't express with the right tone. So I was able, but that was like the very first time when I started, trying to use the gentle and then the traditional approach, but man, I use more of the traditional approach because I was brought up.
I just remember many years ago when my auntie called for a meeting, she says, come, talk with your mom. My mom and her two sisters, and then they deceived us that we're allowed to sit down at this meeting and just express ourselves. At the end of that meeting, we were kneeling down there and meeting up. We learned that when they call you for meeting, just behave yourself.
That's the thing. You're coming for a meeting. Don't forget who you're holding the meeting.
It was not even my mom. It was my mother that said, I cannot believe you said that about your mother. Hey, Jesus! My mother was like, what I'm dealing with.
Confirmed. Nima, so in your own view.
Hey, I want to spell it.
Thank you.
I cannot I don't have the patience. So my parents usually, particularly my dad used to dialogue with us. But when I try with my kids, I don't understand. So maybe I'm at the stage I need to understand them. Maybe when they enter full teenage age, but because I have more of children, particularly my son, there's arguments. There's nothing you're dialoguing about. So I'm the parent, I'm not your friend. You know, we used to do bestie. I just woke up last week and the dad said, bestie language is no longer appropriate in this house. Your mom is not your best friend. I am not your best friend because Gufran is bestie to her dad and my son is bestie to me. So, no, there's no more bestie. We are mommy and daddy.
Simple.
Because they don't, they abuse her. See, I'm not in that category of Kini. Yesterday, I was talking to them for Salat Maghrib and I had to use the toilet. Usually we pray as a family, but I was in the toilet. I kept saying, go ahead, go ahead. I talked till I finished. I came out of the toilet. Once I came out, I picked my cane, gave the two of them correction, resetting cane. I went back to, I don't have to talk again because I have been talking. Sometimes you are talking, and it's not working. Just as Miriam said, each child, their nature, their natural inkling. So you know what to use for one, you know what works for one, does not work for the other. Sometimes it's the road. Sorry. Sometimes it's the road. Sitting here, I've tried to learn, talk, but sometimes it's the Kwankereo. It's my symbol of authority. It just sits there. I don't even have to use it again in my house. Once I'm holding it, it's like a maze in Parliament. I'm sitting there holding my maze. Everybody head go reset because once I hold it, somebody's gonna chop it.
Let me
go on a short break.
I like that. When I hold it, someone's gonna chop it.
Gonna chop
it.
When we go on a short break, we come back and continue this conversation. Stay with us, Brenda.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Imagine a country with over 300 plenty languages. Why you go the only focus on Yoruba, Hausa and Igbo? Where we get a common language where they unite everybody from Oga to even Madam self and every person wey dey for street. That's why we dey introduce you 89.9 Yanga FM, the #1 urban pidgin radio station wey dey unite us all. From the award-winning breakfast show Wetin Dey with your brother, your friend Wale Po.
Everywhere. So Bobo.
This na Cruise Express.
And this go be the best 4 hours of our life. Country people, make una join us.
Aww.
Now we be what's up Naija crew. Now we dey give you wetin dey sup for inside we country.
Yes, so
keep it loud.
be your papa, why you not gonna make younger?
Compound wahala. Now here we dey settle all the matter.
Bro, we right here. Nobody better than we, right?
Okay, now whispers be that. Make I just be the last sensible voice where you go hear.
Now we be 89.9 Yanga FM.
Good morning, Marina Station and all the passengers.
Efficient, it's comfortable.
This development will go a long way in reducing congestion and emission.
The trains are long-term solution to Lagos traffic challenges.
This is where we take the final, decisions on policies, programs of government. I will have to ensure that, the narration of Lagos as a PLC is taken very, very seriously.
This is a major pedestrian bridge linking Oyingo here to Apapa Road over there.
With this overpass, we are providing what we call permanent solutions.
This place is one of the most dangerous areas at the biosecurity environment.
This can go into the news and every crimes of your neighborhood.
Our goal is to remain as Africa's model megacity, to move our GDP from the 5-6 position to the 3rd position, and we believe it's achievable with all the commitments we have.
Explore the city of Lagos, where dreams are made and possibilities are endless. Amadedoja Salamadini. I live in Lagos, inside Lagos.
I'm Nifemi Oguntoye, anchor with TVC News. My day is usually busy and it's difficult keeping up with breaking news stories, trending stories, business news, stock exchange and what have you. But with TVC News on WhatsApp, I'm able to catch up with all the breaking news, real-time updates and trending stories on the go, right on my phone, no matter where I am. It's quick, easy and always on. And hey, you can join us by scanning the QR code or using the link on our X and Instagram. Why wait? Come to the side of news that keeps you ahead. TVC News, first with breaking news.
I'm Miriam Lunge. I'm a passionate environment advocate and a published author.
I am the founder of Celebration, a businesswoman, and a fashion icon.
I am a wealth coach and a real estate developer.
I am Amakora Kwe. I'm a corporate commercial lawyer and an entrepreneur.
Barkamu da warhaka. I am Ramatu Shehu Oyibo, an entrepreneur and a business coach.
I am the voice of an average Muslim woman, an hijabite, and a lawyer.
I am a polymath and a serial entrepreneur.
I am Murayo Afolabi Brown, Managing Director, TVC Entertainment. I'm a media consultant, producer, and broadcaster.
The ladies of Your View are made of women from different professions, tribes, cultures, and religion. Join us every Monday to Friday as we share our views on topical and social issues.
This is not just a round table. This is the Black Table.
This is the Black Table, where real men speak the truth about the world we live in, the games we play, the power we chase, and the women who shape it all.
Imagine a country with over 320 plenty languages. Why you go dey only focus on Yoruba, Hausa and Igbo, where we get a common language wey dey unite everybody from oga to even madam sef and every person wey dey for street. That's na why we dey introduce you 89.9 Yanga FM, the #1 urban pidgin radio station wey dey unite us all. From the award-winning breakfast show Wetin Dey with your brother, your friend Wale Po.
Everywhere so bumper.
Gen Z, you dey chop for this side.
This na Cruise Express.
And this go be the best 4 hours of our life. Country people, make una join us.
Aww.
Now we be what's up Naija crew. Now we dey give you wetin dey sup for inside we country.
Yes, so
keep it loud.
If God be your papa, why you not gonna make younger?
Compound
to wahala. Now here we dey settle all the matter.
Bro, we right here. Nobody better than we, right?
Okay, now whispers be that. Make I just be the last sensible voice where you go hear.
Now we be 89.9 Yanga FM.
Good morning, Marina.
For even Madam self and every person waiting for street. That's now why we dey introduce you 89.9 Yanga FM, the #1 urban pidgin radio station. Station where they unite us all. From the award-winning breakfast show, Waiting Day, with your brother, your friend, Wale Po.
Everywhere.
So, Papa.
You dey chop for this side.
This is not Cruise Express.
And this go be the best 4 hours of our life. Country people, make una join us.
Aww.
Now we be what's up Naija crew. Now we they give you what it is up for inside we country.
Yes, so
keep it loud.
If God be your papa, why you not gonna make younger?
Found to wahala. Now here we dey settle all the matter.
Bro, we right here. Nobody better than we, right?
Okay, now whispers be that. Make I just be the last sensible voice where you go hear.
Now we be 89.9 Yanga FM.
Thanks for staying with us. So we're still going to wrap it up on this parental conversation of which is the right way. And Nima was saying something before the break.
I was saying that I cannot understand, not using the rod. If I have the rod, it's my symbol of authority in the house. And I always replace it because they know how to bury it. My son is good at burying. There was a day we were doing house cleaning. I found 7 buried in different places, back of cupboard, back of wardrobe, inside clothes.
But in fairness, because
keep it.
Obiajulu has, and I don't want to put Obiajulu on the spot, but she and other coaches have tried to help us understand that even those of us that are adults, that they raised with that, not all of us are normal. Because many Nigerians are actually traumatized. They grew up in that trauma of being beaten up. So sometimes it's not always the best approach. Now, I agree the middle ground where some children, yes, need to be spanked, but not...
Wait, so I'm going to tell you
the way we do.
You see, no, there were abusive beating.
Yes.
There were kids who were not loved, whose parents at every single excuse beat them. Who took out? Yes, they were not loved, and their parents took out all their frustrations on them. Okay. Those are the ones who are not normal. Me, if I raise myself, I will beat myself. My parents will talk. I saw how they struggle. I saw how they had to resort to, okay, let's spank this girl. They feel I'll be breezed, then they bottle me. You can't catch me. If you parent me, you have to find the strictest way to parent me. And so some of them, their parents were lovingly compelling themselves to be the right parent. You don't want to overlove a child and put that child in a place where the child is totally just everywhere. And so when we use that statement and everybody just all of us have mental health issues. In my mental health, even the one that they did not touch with cane self have mental health. And really, was it because of the childhood that we had? How aware of you of yourself are you now that you admit certain things? With my son doing exactly what I do, we are constantly catching him. The other day he said he was going to the poultry where he's interning. He wasn't there. I saw him playing football somewhere far. That's what I used to do. Leave the house. My parents would think I'm in one place. I've gone to slide. I'm coming back. All my body. I've not done my assignments. I'm rushing at 1 a.m. to do my assignment. My parents had to be parents at some point. This child, we cannot continue. There has to be rules and consequences for everything. Okay. And so,
so you get to a stage where, when they're little, you'll be hitting them, but they will get to a stage where you will not hit them. Like for me, at that stage where they were, when they were little, I had my own cane too. You know what I tell them when they do something? I'll say, go and bring the cane. Before they get there, if you see the crawling, they'll be taking small steps, baby steps before they go get the cane and then, bring it. So because of all of these things, I had to, the thing is, I read it somewhere and they said gentle parenting. I said, let me try it. So since I tried that and I see that it didn't work, what I do is, I'll just call them. I'll tell them, this is my own. This is what I want. This is what I want. When is your own turn? You can do it. You can do whatever you like with your own children. But for me, since I'm the mother here, this is what I want. This is what I want. So, it's particularly different with my son. My son, up till today, I still hit him. I still use cane on him. But for the girls, I've reduced. I've stopped totally. But for him, I still use cane. What I do is, when you tell him, when he wakes up in the morning and you tell him, dress your bed, do this, do that, he doesn't do it. I keep talking and talking and talking. But when I use the cane, I'm telling you, by the next day,
we have to know
done.
The children. Because I think I've shared it here before. I personally, my kids, I don't like the fact that for them to solve problems, they shout at each other. Even just yesterday, I was downstairs and I was hearing the girls yelling at each other. The kids downstairs, the boys, when I do something, they're constantly screaming because there's a lot of shouting in the house when it comes to that. So for me, it's a problem. And now, unfortunately, I can't do anything about it because I think I've tried to have you don't shout, you don't raise your voice, but because of how the method they've seen by the adults in the house, they've somewhat kind of got adjusted to shout. So I'm trying to constantly remind them, you don't have to yell at each other. I can hear you. Okay. So that is a problem. But however, I've also studied that one of my children, I'm not sure that girl has been spanked maybe more than twice in her entire life. That's Michelle. She's very auditory. When she sees you scolding somebody on something, she holds it. She will not make that. She will not make them. So she is the kind of person you speak to, and what hurts her. It's when you say something to her, she gets it. You don't have to even spank her. But I have another child that if you don't spank, you're wasting your time. And that one, it is to deny him what he likes. Yes. No TV, no that one gets. So studying the children is also crucial. And I think what I like the most of what you said, Nima, is that it's about the love part, the love factor. Yeah. Because if you are beaten in love, it's different when you are beaten for frustration. Yeah. Mariam, we're going to say something.
Yes, I was just going to talk about, I had mentioned how I used to, when my mom would flog me, was serious. And you had mentioned how your dad would flog you, and he said he would call you and he will tell you what he's flogging you for and tell you how many he's going to give you. I'm like, okay, if someone was raised that way, maybe someone wouldn't have thought flogging is totally wrong, So how you do it is very important as well.
I remember that time that we went to go, I told you, I think I shared this story before. We went to go and dance to Sonia Adi. It was my uncle's wedding. I can never forget myself. My sister, my brother, were all on stage. My father was far away at the end of the hall with his cigar. He was just smoking and just watching us. And we saw his daddy's eyes. But we didn't care. We were just that because we know the kind of father we had. We were dancing with, it wasn't Sonia, it was Shino Peters. But that, we love it. We were on stage dancing. And everybody was just looking at us. Our mother saw us, she didn't stop, they didn't stop us. When we got home that night, my daddy just called the three of us. I can never forget myself for like and today. What did you do? What do you think you did wrong? We already knew. My own children, he went to go and dance with Shino Peters. My own children, he kept saying it. So when he explained the problem, so we knew. So do you know how many strokes? He told us he took air conditioner wire. Hey, that's bad. Those thick ones. Sick. He rolled it. Now told us he was going to give us 12 each. Do you understand what we have done and the consequences? We had no choice. Our bodies were swollen, but we knew what happened. That we cannot. Now was your hand.
You know this single parenting is not
easy. Not here. Here.
Now that you mention it, my immediate elder sister was never beaten. Neither by my mom, nor by my dad. My dad's sentiment was that she was a sick baby. He thought she would die, and she didn't die. Nobody should touch her. She was stainless. Our last born, I was still joking with my children that the first time my mother spanked her, me and my brother, we had a few days just enjoying it because they don't want to beat us. They constantly they enter. But you see, that's my last one. She didn't expect. My mom would be saying, I will beat you, stop it. She'll be, yeah. And my mom never misses. If she stones you with her she targets you or anything. My mom used to target ankle when you're running away from being and she'll get your ankle. Myself and my brother know how specific a target can. When they tell my sister, she know they believe. So that day they just give her. She was in shock first. So that shock on her face.
Like me, the princess?
We were rolling over in laughter. Welcome to the
I want to wrap up on this topic, but I think it's an interesting topic because more people, I'm seeing that more people want to share their own stories of growing up, being beaten or talked to. But let's also, I like us to sandwich it a bit because some people also had the parents that did not spank them. I know somebody who was raised because her parents actually, she was raised in a certain way. Her parents never spanked her. And she's also a responsible adult. So there are two ways of looking at it. It's not all about spanking. I think we can take this one more segment. There's going to short break. When we come back, we'll wrap this up. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
From paper planes to big dreams, every Nigerian child deserves the power to be 100% them.
One day I'll fly real planes like a pilot.
Captain Chidera, fuel up first. From bold dreams to brilliant brains, Bobo 100 fuels them all with DHA for brain development and 100% complete nutrition in every sip. Bobo 100, goodness today, greatness tomorrow.
Mealtime is game on. Meet my
Imagine a country with over 300 plenty languages. Why you go the only focus on Yoruba, Hausa and Igbo? Where we get a common language where they unite everybody from Oga to even Madam self and every person wey dey for street. That's why we dey introduce you 89.9 Yanga FM, the #1 urban pidgin radio station where they unite us all. From the award-winning breakfast show, Waiting Day, with your brother, your friend, Wale Po.
Everywhere. So, Bobo.
This is not Cruise Express.
And this go be the best 4 hours of our life. Country people, make una join us. Now we be what's up Naija crew. Now we they give you wetin dey sup for inside we country.
Yes, so
keep it loud.
If God be your papa, why you not gonna make younger?
Compound to a holla.
Now here we dey settle all the matter.
Bro, we right here. Nobody better than we, right?
I can always best be that. Make I just be the last sensible voice where you go hear.
Now we be 89.9 Yanga FM.
Good morning, Marina Station and all the passengers.
Efficient, it's comfortable.
This development will go a long way in reducing congestion and emission.
The trains are long-term solution to Lagos traffic challenges.
This is where we take the final, decisions on policies, programs of government. I will have to ensure that, the narration of Lagos as a PLC is taken very, very seriously.
This is a major pedestrian bridge linking Oyinbo here to Apapa Road over there.
With this overpass, we are providing what we call permanent solutions.
This place is one of the most dangerous areas at the biosecurity environment.
This can go into the news and every crimes of your neighborhood.
Our goal is to remain as Africa's model megacity, to move our GDP from the 5-6 position to the 3rd position, and we believe is achievable with all the commitments we have.
Explore the city of Lagos, where dreams are made and possibilities are endless. I'm Adedoja Salamadini. I live in Lagos, inside Lagos.
I'm Nifemi Oguntoye, news anchor with TVC News. My day is usually busy and it's difficult keeping up with breaking news stories, trending stories, business news, stock exchange and what have you. But with TVC News on WhatsApp, I'm able to catch up with all the breaking news, real-time updates and trending stories on the go, right on my phone, no matter where I am. It's quick, easy and always on. And hey, you can join us by scanning the QR code or using the link on our X and Instagram. Why wait? Come to the side of news that keeps you ahead. TVC News, first with breaking news.
I'm Miriam Lunge. I'm a passionate environment advocate and a published author.
I am the founder of Celebration, a businesswoman, and a fashion icon.
I am a wealth coach and a real estate developer.
I am Amakora Kwe.
I'm a corporate commercial lawyer and an entrepreneur.
Welcome to our hacker. I am Ramatu Shehu Oyibo, an entrepreneur and a business coach.
I am the voice of an average Muslim woman, an hijabite, and a lawyer.
I am a polymath.
Get ready to step into the heartbeat of your city like never before. Welcome to Events Diary, where every moment is a celebration. From the electric energy of Owambe extravaganza, to the richness of our culture, to the sophistication of corporate gatherings, Events Diary is your VIP pass to the hottest gatherings in Nigeria. And guess what? I'll be your guide, your style icon. Each week, join me as I transform from traditional chic to corporate sleek. Whether it's a birthday bash or a high-profile gala, you won't just see it, you'll feel like you're right there with me. Aww. From meetings to evening soirees, I'll be there. Or to the trendiest street festivals or to music concerts, Events Diary has something for everyone. So join me as we explore the vibrant tapestry of Nigerian scene, one event at a time.
Thanks for staying with us. We're still on this topic. We're going to just take a few comments on social media. Yeah. Mariam had one comment.
Yes, Ehiwon says, a kid that has been introduced to canes might not take you seriously if you're not holding one. This makes it hard to drop the cane once it's been adopted into home. It can be done, but it's not easy. Canes are for life. For me, the only part, what I don't like about canes, I find it very disrespectful of the child. Honestly, I feel like you're not addressing the issue. We are just disrespecting that child. That's I don't like it.
Okay, so
that's how I felt. I felt like I felt disrespected at the time. Like you didn't ask me, you didn't find out my point of view. You just take a cane and flog me because you can. That's why I just.
Okay, so the Hafsa said, I really want to practice gentle parenting. I honestly do, but raising 2 boys that are becoming teenagers and going out for daily hustle, returning stressed. Any picking way touch me in the wrong place, go collect. It just reminds me of when I was in the middle. I had my elder brother is a boy, and then my younger brother. Every single time, anytime they do anything wrong, my mother would pack the 3 of us and flog us. She said she always thought that me, I'll come out, I'll be gentle and everything. But I follow them. Anything that they do, me too, I'll go and do. If they jump from up, I'll join them and, jump down too as well. And so she flogged.
I think I had gentle
and I learned a lot.
I think I actually had gentle, especially for my mom. My mom never flogged me. I guess because I came 12 years after her last child and I was the only girl. So the woman spoiled me silly. I was constantly in pink dresses and, she's always doing... So she never touched me. But my father didn't take nonsense. My father was...
He needed that balance.
My mother never hit me. I think I have a caller. Thanks for calling. You're live.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir. Go ahead, please.
Okay, I'm Alex. I'm calling from out here.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah, I just want to make a little contribution to this parenting issue.
Yes.
Okay, I said, well, parenting now, I think looking at it from my own direction, is something that there's a very big difference. Because I remember there was my mother, Yawali. where Yawali will just look at you. You will understand that, and that I really said, you get the message of what she's trying to do. But if you look at children, maybe they're upbringing or something, you talk to some children, look them directly into their eyes. They will still not get that signal.
I can't. I'm not. Alex, I'm having
So
trouble.
they want to talk to their kids with their eyes.
Okay, thanks. Nima, you have a comment?
So the parents, the parents that talk with to their kids with their eyes. I remember one time, you're not allowed to eat in anybody's house. So we went for one wedding. My mom sat down, and then they came to give us food. We really wanted to eat that food. We're like, they gave Ramotu kuchimana. We just look at my mom. She just do her face like this. And, no, bamuso. When I'm like, no, we don't want to eat. My mom like, my brother now collected that food and ate. Then we got home. CBTs. If you see the way I was so lucky, I was so happy that I did not eat that food. I just ignored.
You know, in the lake, when we were little, they used to give, somebody can just do his own sarah and bring akara to the mosque and they prayed for him. Some people, Lade Jobi, if they are watching, those ones used to give us jollof rice. So those kind of food you cannot be saying. My mother's strict instructions were never to eat outside. So whenever they bring it, if it's pack it. If you can pack it and come and show her. So she will decide whether, it's food or not. And so one day they now serve better food. I said, oh, then I die. I was about 6. My other sister 8. The eldest one about 11. And they were advising ourselves. We died now.
Let's just die.
Let's just die. Once. And so this food, she started to eat it. I was so afraid because we had the collect beating steadily. This one when they touch me with chop, then they touch her more. And then I joined. It's my own beating that I did not forget. Because once I got to my parents, I don't know how we never knew how to lie to my parents. As an adult now, I can't lie at them. I just laugh at them. That I could have been lying to you for years. There's a way they look at you. You start confessing on your sins as if they were there with you. That's how we went to
Let me take this caller. Thanks for calling. You're live. Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning, sir. Mr.
Hello?
Emmanuel, go ahead, please.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. Go ahead.
Thank you for the program.
Thank you. You're welcome, sir.
Can you hear me?
Very clearly. Go ahead, please. Yes.
Okay. I said thank you for the program. And I want to say, as a matter of fact, we are all human. God knows better than all of us. God knows better than all of us. And because God knows better than all of us, He loves us more than our children. He loves us more than any other person. And that same God says, the word of God says, if you spread the rod, you spoil the child. If you spread the rod, you spoil the child. The Bible says, a father chastises the child he loves. So you cannot tell me you love your child and you don't spank him. I'm happy that I am what I am today because
how do you spank? Can we discuss this spanking thing? Because I know some people, when you spank your child and your child is actually sorry, you're still spanking the child. Are you angry or you're correcting? And I was telling you about our last one who never got spanked. There was a day she was being beaten by my dad, and my brother was saying to her, just say sorry. Say, Daddy, I'm sorry. Say, Daddy, I'm sorry. She was in shock. She didn't know. We were with all the chop cake. We know when we are thinking, Daddy, I'm really sorry, and it ends there. And that's the end of the beating. You now be telling you know what you have done. Don't do it again. So when are you really spanking your child? If you must use the rod, is it to correct the child or to kill the child? Because you know the way they do Omolomo. That neighbor's child, that your friend's child who is living with you, that you beat and you're saying you don't want to spare the rod. How do you not spare the rod? Because sometimes the word of caution is the rod itself. My father's late friend was cautioning his son one time, and it was just his words, I'm so disappointed in you. For weeks, this boy was sulking, crying, thinking he has failed his dad. Sometimes your word is the spank. The harsh word is the spank. Is it every child that let's talk about this spank? It has to be in love.
That. I think for the first time in almost 30-something years, what you just said now just hit me. Because I remember, I put in my book my experience when my dad spanked with the one time, the second time my father really spanked me. It was about the biscuits I ate by my stepmom. But now that you are talking, I think I'm remembering for the first time that he actually probably had a fight with my stepmom that day. Okay. They had a bit of an argument because because we left Isolo. I can never forget. because the biscuits were supposed to be for her. So, you know, he came in from somewhere, maybe Abuja, and I ate those biscuits. I gave out the biscuit. I gave it, there was shortbread and top biscuit. I gave it to drivers, the neighbors. I was going house to house. My daddy bought me biscuit. My daddy bought me biscuit. Thinking my stepmom sent it to me because she sent me some homemade biscuits, which she did. It was a small bag for me. But the one my eyes entered was these cartons. So I gave it out to drivers. The whole neighborhood knew that my daddy brought me biscuits. By morning, I was sleeping on in my mother's room. I heard my father call me. Brian, do you ever wake up? Of course, he pulled me. I was 8 years old. He pulled me from my chest like this, threw me on the bed, locked the door, and, you know, threw the key in the dustbin. He beat. That thing they stood down.
Yeah.
I did stood down.
Fly,
yes. He brought out his belt. I can never forget the belt. He wrapped it up with the what they call it, rubber band. 2. Wrapped it together.
That was very premeditated.
No, he wanted to kill me that night. Now, that day, the day before, so what happened was that my mother found out about the biscuit. She was angry at me. In fact, a whole bunch of people. She was mad at me because she was warning me. Why would you be chewing that biscuit? My daddy got me the biscuits. So her own PA came in the morning and said, Mariam has finished daddy's biscuit. Please, can I really rush to Lagos and replace it before daddy wakes up? Said, no. She would chop this cake. So I did not forgive her for many years because so I remember he had a fight with my stepmom because I think it was the frustration from that argument that he put on me because the beating was much more than biscuits. It was much more than biscuits. I think it was a long story.
So it was like transfer of aggression.
So that way that we have to be very careful. Are we really correcting, or we are showing frustration on that child, transferring that aggression to our children? So once you realize that you are transferring aggression, you stop.
There was one scarcity of kerosene that got me that kind of beating. Certainly, my mother wasn't beating me. So me and Boom was raining. There was one book borrowing club. We used to go and borrow books. So since we couldn't pay, one person would borrow and borrow the rest, so that we would not rent that particular book again. And so it was my turn, and I was rushing to finish it. And they gave me this scarce rice and scarce kerosene to cook it. I left it. We were supposed to parboil it and then cook it again. And I left it there. The things turned to two.
Scarce for maybe Uncle Ben's kind of right?
He was no. I don't know rice. Not long money. Give me what I say, Uncle Ben's bow. You don't know what I grew up with. So they were to measure this rice and gave me. It was supposed to be for the family. But my father's younger sister, I hope she's watching. And so I was like, I'm not forgiving you.
Stop calling people out.
No, because she could have helped me. She was in the house and she saw that I was really carried on over by this book I was reading. And she could have helped me. But she enjoyed it. And then she was the one who went around to inform everybody. If my father did not return from work that day, they have already killed me. They beat. If my father had to say, was there an adult at home? And you beat my daughter like this? And you know what they did to me after beating me like that? My mother beat me with this mop stick. He broke on me.
Hey, blood of Jesus.
I have the marks. He broke on me. You are always doing this distraction when I tell you to do something. She was really frustrated. I wanted to apologize to her because I could see her frustration. I saw what I had done wrong. But the beating not commensurate. It was out of proportion. Yeah. They beat me finish. They now put the entire pot down. And she bought another rice and made for her, my siblings. And only me, I'm to finish that pot of rice. 3 days in my life, I've always been stingy with food. Come and see me tell me, I'll pay you. Yes. Because the rice must finish. So, fortunately, my father now, he was on night duty, but he came home that night. I've never loved that man the way I love my dad. He lifted me up out of all the suffering and said, was there an adult at home? I said, come here. She then came out. She was reading my book. Shut up. And you were at home, you did not go to the kitchen to check it. And you people beat her. If you see me, I was like this. I was gonna. He now took me to his room. Said, lie down. Have you eaten? Sleep. I feel like the prima
love. That's love part. Yes. You know, like because also after my own beating that same day, because the carton was still remaining, love biscuit. My father said, "So you like biscuits?" Okay.
Not tell me.
Now put it on the floor. In the dining table, I can never forget. I was having breakfast. He sat me down there with the 2 boxes, chalk and tissue. Sit down. You're going to finish it. This morning. Good. He had this other lawyer. I can't remember if Femi Falana was there because usually in the mornings like that, all those lawyers come around to take to the office. The lawyer, about 3 lawyers sat down. He was there having breakfast. He said, you like biscuits? Sit down. Before I finish my breakfast, you must finish these boxes. See me eating. Open and eating. Because he had the This is
trauma. See how it's coming out. But you know, for me, I remember. So there are things that I felt were not done right by me in the name of discipline. And so when with my children, I tried to do it differently. So you see that thing that you said your father came and insisted, you know, sort of saved you. I try to do that too for my children sometimes. And I can see the gratitude in their eyes. I'm doing it because of what I wanted for someone to have done for me. You see the gratitude. You see this, my son, how he can be tough sometimes. When I do something really, he knows that I've gone out of my way. I hear, thank you very much, Mommy. In a low tone. I'm like, okay, I hope this will help, you know, sort of balance things out. So with our children, I think if we remember how we're badly, we sort of make up for it with our own.
So when I hear the road, maybe a very short break and wrap up with. Hopefully, I thought I was supposed to wrap this up, but stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your view will be right back.
Confidence is important in life's little moments. Strong teeth can help, even if they get her into trouble sometimes. A great smile is useful to break the ice, and making friends is easier when you know you have fresh breath. I give my family confidence with Pepsodent Triple Protection 123. It's antibacterial action formula.
And a serial entrepreneur.
I am Murayo Afolabi Brown, Managing Director, TVC Entertainment. I'm a media consultant, producer, and broadcaster.
The ladies of Your View are made of women from different professions, tribes, cultures, and religion. Join us every Monday to Friday as we share our views on topical and social issues.
This is not just a round table. This is the Black Table.
This is the Black Table, where real men speak the truth about the world we live in, the games we play, the power we chase, and the women who shake it off. Unfiltered.
There's this entitlement to choice.
Unapologetic.
There's something in sociology that said even crime has an advantage in the society.
Unafraid.
In my practice, I found that sometimes the woman is saying honey, but you are hearing monkey.
Sports, politics, culture, women, and what it means to be a man in today's world. No scripts, no safe zones, just grown conversations. So pull up a chair if you're built for it. This is the Black Table.
Imagine a country with over 300 plenty languages. Why you go the only focus on Yoruba, Hausa, and Igbo? Where we get a common language where they unite everybody from Oga to even Madam self and every person wey dey for street. That's why we dey introduce you 89.9 Yanga FM, the #1 urban pidgin radio station. Station where they unite us all. From the award-winning breakfast show, Waiting Day, with your brother, your friend, Wale Po.
Everywhere. So, Bobo.
Z, you dey chop for this time.
This is not Cruise Express.
And this go be the best 4 hours of our life. Country people, make una join us.
Aww.
Now we be What's Up Naija crew. Now we they give you wetin dey sup for inside we country. Yes, so keep it loud.
If God be your papa, why you not gonna make Yanga?
About wahala. Now here we dey settle all the matter.
Bro, you right here. Nobody better than we, right?
I can always best be that. Make I just be the last sensible voice where you go hear.
Now we be 89.9 Yanga FM.
Good morning, Marina Station and all the passengers.
Efficient, it's comfortable.
This development will go a long way in reducing congestion and emission.
The trains are long-term solution to Lagos traffic challenges.
This is where we take the final, decisions on policies, programs of government. I will have to ensure that, the narration of Lagos as a PLC is taken very, very seriously.
Thanks for staying with us. We tried to wrap this up, but obviously I think more people are calling in. So I have Mr. President from Abuja. Thanks for calling, President.
Yeah.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, I've been on the show for a while now, and
President
I'll be very brief. Yes,
Okay.
I'll be very brief, so I'm not going to dwell more on this particular topic because you ladies have really talked about it so much. But I have a question of which I was debating with some of my friends just some time ago, because they said it's part of soft parenting. The issue of kids now are not allowed to choose their meal in the house. Like kids no longer that it is okay for you to ask a child, what do you want to eat? What do you want to eat? What do you want to eat?
That's true.
That thing.
The reality of our lives.
So that's just what I want to talk about. Thank you very much.
It's that problem.
It's nowadays, in those days, only one pot of food they used to cook now.
Yes, now.
If you don't want to eat, you go fast.
That's
But
it.
now, this is words that we are burning up and down here. Okay, thank you. They will even go and sleep. Maybe the day I dare, I say, well, I'm not cooking, they will go and sleep.
Okay, so for me, for me, my kids, they started that habit too. You have to ask them what to eat because at some point they stopped eating. If you cook and you tell them eat whatever is being cooked in the house, you now realize that they're not eating. And then I now noticed that my son was just, losing weight. He was just emaciating, and that way the person can lose necessary nutrients. So it's just good for you to ask. Just ask because the children now.
So for me, I think last night, for instance, we were in the kitchen together. This my daughter. We were cooking together. She bought the okra that I wanted to cook. And when I was done doing pounded yam, the girl said, "Can I go and buy bread?" How do you process it? Then you say that wickedness.
Well, it comes with your status. In a home where that's all you can afford, that's all you can afford. The children will adjust. But when you are blessed, your children understand that they're in a home where there are options. They will ask for options. I find it particularly stressful, really, because especially my son, and my own son's stubbornness, he would decide not to eat. If you go 3 days, doing something that he doesn't want, he will go 3 days not eating. So we have learned, my mom says, no matter what, just make sure you're giving him protein. Exactly. He has eggs, meat, fish, whatever, until...
That's the reality.
But I'm also learning that because he has some allergies, I'm also learning that sometimes we need to be careful when our children are insisting on a certain type of food or not eating. It may be something that they're dealing with. They are yet to learn how to express themselves. But I've figured out he has some allergies. He'll eat some things, he'll break out in hives. Okay. So in his own mind, when he was growing up, that was just his way of saying, no, I just didn't want, but he didn't know how to express it. So let's be careful. If you have been blessed to be able to give your children options, I don't think that in itself is a bad thing, as long as they're eating healthy.
So I wanted to say,
blessings should come quick.
Yeah. So I wanted to say something about the rod. Anytime I hear that rod, what comes to my mind is iron. I used to get scared. So when we're little, my dad, anytime my mom hits us, and my dad hardly hits us. He only hits us when it's very important. Maybe when you do something very, very bad. Maybe, for example, maybe you take something you're not supposed to have, you're not supposed to take. Maybe you steal or something like that. That's when my dad will come and hit you real beating. But I now realize that anytime my mom hits us, we'll cry. We'll wait. Once it's close to my dad's, when my dad is going to come back from work, we'll have stopped crying. When it's almost that time, we'll just start crying so that when he comes, you ask, what happened? By the time he comes, he asks, what happened? We'll not tell him. Once we tell him, we'll just hear him. He will go, he will scream at my mom. He'll be screaming at my mom, telling her, I told you, stop hitting these children. Stop hitting these children. The next day, my mom will still hit us again. We will do the same thing. So we now got the politics. We now realize, we now say, wait, Kai, this is daddy. Anytime daddy comes, you scream, but they will still do the same. They'll still hit us again another day. We're just like,
So, what a coach will tell you, because we saw our parents hitting and shouting and beating us, we're now doing the same thing to our own children. So a coach will tell you that you must be conscious of the fact that now we are repeating what they taught us. So because we don't want to repeat that trauma on our kids, we need to caution ourselves where we find a better solution in solving this problem. So the issues of let us beat our children, we must remind ourselves and try to take back, how were we raised? And can we consciously stop ourselves from repeating our parents' mistake? Although we should now do it probably with love and more consciousness and intentionality. But let us be very clear on why, on how and why and how we are disciplining our children, because sometimes that confusion causes problems.
The prayer is that the children also know how to make jokes of it, you know, how to relax and sometimes forgive. Yeah. So, for instance, I don't believe I was hardened by my mom's beating. The moment I did something wrong and I saw how frustrated she was, she told me, she said, look at my resources. I'm struggling with my business and your finances at this time. Look at you this girl, you go here today. It was my auntie Afsa, the one in Abuja, not the one in Lagos, that, you know, was not helpful. She was in the house, and as an adult, you also help the children. One thing I don't do in my house, I don't beat my children for breaking gadgets. So my mother's house, you could break anything. As long as you are not being throwing tantrums, maybe do it, that is given. She would never. But so tell a lie, do some mistake, just be unbearably understanding. You knew as a child when you were growing up, when you did something wrong.
I don't want to forget this point, Nima, because it seems that those of us who raise our children in that soft tone conversation, there's an argument, I think it's based on what Michelle Obama said, that, you know, we're trying to get our children to like us.
That's the idea.
It's an important, for us, it's like, I want my child to like me. And I now remember also because my mom's approach to my own, how she raised me, was because there was this polygamy issue with her. And I was this only child. I came, like, all my brothers had left. I'm the only one. And here I am every Friday. I'm going to my stepmom's house. I'm enjoying being there in Isolo. We travel together to Cotonou. You know, she's alone in the house. So she was being kind and cautious with me because she was trying to make sure I still love her. You know, she was trying to buy that love. So she was very, she didn't want to beat me. She didn't want to make me feel bad in any way. So that didn't help. Because I would have preferred her to be slightly more fair, because I got away with a lot of things just because I knew that Mom C needed me.
That's a new narrative now where, you know, when we're growing up, you say, let your daddy come. Whereas you could have been all the stick as a mom.
Exactly.
Women will now wait for the daddy to be the one the children will hate. And all of us grew up loving our mothers. All our mothers were angels because they always kept the beating parts for our daddy, who we thought was harsh. Whereas, yes.
Well, that's yours, because many people love their daddies because their daddies were not in the house throughout the day. They'll come in the evening with, oh, yo.
Yes.
This thing I'm saying has been tested on all social media. In fact, there was a skit maker who was trending recently for saying, your children will do something in front of your wife, and you will tell them, let daddy come back, you will see. You were there.
Yes.
Daddy is not the evil one that is coming to come and instill evil. Somebody did a skit and Tierney also shared to our group where he said, I'm not you to beat her with me. Beat your child with me. They can come back.
let me take a break.
Daddy will come
Our
back.
final break for today. Obviously, we are unable to take another topic.
Enjoying this
Let's
one.
take a short break. We'll take more comments on social media and take a few more calls. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
I'm Nifemi Oguntoye, news anchor with TVC News.
My day is usually busy and it's difficult keeping up with breaking news stories, trending stories, business news, stock exchange and what have you. But with TVC News on WhatsApp, I'm able to catch up with all the breaking news, real-time updates and trending stories on the go, right on my phone, no matter where I am. It's quick, easy and always on. And here you can join us by scanning the QR code or using the link on our X and Instagram. Why wait? Come to the side of news that keeps you ahead. TVC News, first with breaking news.
I'm Miriam Lunge. I'm a passionate environment advocate and a published author.
I am the founder of Celebration, a businesswoman, and a fashion icon.
I am a wealth coach and a real estate developer.
I am Amako Arakwe. I'm a corporate commercial lawyer and an entrepreneur.
Barkamu da warhaka. I am Ramatu Shehu Oyibo, an entrepreneur and a business coach.
I am the voice of an average Muslim woman, an hijabite, and a lawyer.
I am a polymath and a serial entrepreneur.
I am Murayo Afolabi Brown, Managing Director, TVC Entertainment. I'm a media consultant, producer, and broadcaster.
The ladies of Your View are made of women from different professions, tribes, cultures, and religion. Join us every Monday to Friday as we share our views on topical and social issues.
This is not just the round table. This is the Black Table.
This is the Black Table, where real men speak the truth about the world we live in, the games we play, the power we chase, and the women who shake it off. Unfiltered.
There's this entitlement to choice.
Unapologetic.
There's something in sociology that said even crime has an advantage in the society.
Unafraid.
In my practice, I found that sometimes the woman is saying honey, but you are hearing monkey.
Sports, politics, culture, women, and what it means to be a man in today's world. No scripts, no safe zones, just grown conversations. So pull up a chair if you're built for it. This is the Black Table.
Imagine a country with over 320 languages. Why you go the only focus on Yoruba, Hausa, and Igbo? Where we get a common language, where they unite everybody from Oga to even Madam self, and every person waiting for street. That's now why we dey introduce to 89.9 Yanga FM, the #1 urban pidgin radio station where they unite us all. From the award-winning breakfast show.
Thanks for staying with us. We're still discussing raising kids, especially in the modern times, doing the whip or using the conversation. I mean, we've not given enough points to the conversation option. I think I'd like us to give it.
Let's take some of our friends on YouTube. So Emmanuel Gumola says, my wife holds the carrot while I hold the stick in my home. She loves me because I've never spanked her without telling her why I did it. That's maybe talking about his daughter. I don't beat her anymore. She doesn't reject my commands, but my wife's. So the person will carrot, and they see finish anyway. Keeping Faith said, I was beaten black, blue, and green, which I am sort of grateful for because I knew if I wasn't trained up that way, I would obviously have gone haywire. But the psychological scars is now haunting me as an adult.
Of course.
There was one
blue and green.
Afsa says, Nima, not sparing the rod is supposed to correct the child. A consequence of their action, but most of the spank is out of frustration. Keeping Faith says, parenting also is spiritual. A friend well parented, good schools, and a lifestyle. Now, as I speak, this guy is roaming the streets mad as a result of hard drugs. Oh no.
Okay, so there's an argument, Ramata, I'll come to you, that says that a school of thought that says that the reason with all the spanking that was done in Africa, how many trains or how many inventions have we had? How many modernization has actually, yes, we have modernization that come from Africa, but the truth is that sometimes this option of spanking impedes creativity from a tender age. A creative mind that should create, that should invent, that should help in bringing civilization further to this part of the world. Those kinds of beating kind of crushes it so early in the child's life. So the truth is that we feel as adults that we've grown up and we survived it. But yes, we survived it, but what kind of adults are we in comparison to our counterparts who are... So I'm just saying that because sometimes we see that, oh, we're fine, but maybe we really aren't fine.
I've heard that argument before, and I hear what they're trying to do, but I feel that there are too many other factors involved in creating that sort of creative mindset, and also the atmosphere, the community where you are definitely affects you. So for me, I don't think it's just about the spanking or no spanking. After all, when we read some of the old stories from the British, they used to do very horrible things to their children. You know, they would spank them, they would lock them up, they would make them hungry, go hungry. So I don't think just that is why they are not creative. But you were talking about how, you know, those who raise their children, just speaking to them and having conversations. And for me, I always say my youngest brother, I saw the way my mom brought him up was very different from, he got much less spanking. There was a lot of talking between them. And I feel that there's a way he carries himself differently from us. We carried us, for me especially, I was a bit more fearful, you know, and he just seemed to go into the world with his shoulders back and more confident, you know. And I think that
there's a difference.
There's a difference. When you talk more, you are saying to that other child, you're saying to the child, I respect you.
Let's reason together.
Yes, let's reason together. That respect allows that person to grow up with confidence. But many people will tell you they're the ones that have turned to drugs. I think that it takes a whole lot, because there's some people that were beaten blue, black, and green that have turned to drugs because of the trauma of how they were beaten.
Let me take this caller. Good morning. Thanks for calling. You're live.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Go ahead, please.
Morning, okay. I just want to relate my own personal experience with the whipping and talking. As a child, I think 1973, my mother, I was in the kindergarten. My mother was traveling to Kaba, and she left 1 kobo with a hole in between for me and my little sister. And I took the 1 kobo to school. When I got to school, I bought rice, beans, and a bit of pomo.
Wow.
For half kobo.
1 coin.
For half kobo. And the old woman who was telling us this thing knew I was naive. She said she didn't have change. So when I got home, my stepmom asked, how about the half kobo for my little sister? I said I was not giving change. But she was not going to believe me. I don't blame her. My mom just came. When she came, and she told me, this boy is becoming a thief, at least for being excessive with my spending. She beat me. She threw a lantern at me. The thing broke and caught me at the back of my neck.
Oh.
So where am I driving at? I think about 4 or 5 years ago, she saw that thing and she was about apologizing. Now a great-grandmother. And I said, no, I have learned how to be accountable, how to be prudent with that.
Okay. Okay.
And with my children, I'm a father of 3. With my children, I told them I don't beat them, not because I cannot, but it's my own personal policy. And I hardly talk. But if you cross the line, we'll sit down. I will ask you, hey guy, this thing you're doing, how do you see it? Then we'll define it. The next time you do it, you get the punishment you put on that thing. Like my last born, when he was in, about my age, they were in primary school. I was bringing them home. We got to Minister's Hill in Abuja, and I saw him, he rolled down the glass, and he poured his milk on the road. I just parked. I said, Oga, you did what now? And he told me, because I told them never to lie. He told me, and I said, in that your class, did everybody brought milk or bring milk to school that day? He said, no. I said, why not give it out? He said, and I said, for that, it was a Monday. I said, for that, from today till next week Monday, nobody takes milk in my house.
Okay.
Himself, the brother and the sister.
Thank you very much.
I know if you allow the sister to take milk, they will give him.
Thank you very much,
I told their grandmother. So,
thank you very much, Kate.
Okay, so there's this story from Omolabake. She said, my mom will never beat you immediately you offend her. She will give you better food to eat, then wake you up in the middle of the night to beat you. To beat you. And yeah, a lot of parents did that.
A lot of kids.
So you can imagine, but if you don't hit at that particular point in time and you wait till the middle of the night, the child will have forgotten.
No, my mother, they wait 2 weeks. Yeah, last 2 weeks.
But she would remind
my brother will know this story.
Will remind you.
My mother will say last 2 weeks when that guest came and they couldn't finish their drink. You were waiting for the bottle. 2 weeks, they will remind you. But it's important that when we do things to our children, especially when you tell the child you can talk to me, let the child talk to you. There was one thing that was a gift in my own parenting, my parents parenting me, was that we were allowed to express our... You will lie that lie. That lie you thought was perfect, you go lie am. They go probe am. Then when they glitch sheets, oh goodness gracious.
Oh
you should know. My parents will tell you just lied and we've established it. So you will know, you will express it. But I saw homes that I don't want to mention names, where the child was never, even an adult was never allowed to express themselves. How can an adult say, oh, did this happen? Yes, I was. Did you go to the market? Yes, I did. You went to the market and that's it, they've concluded.
Yeah.
What happened? You can't ask, why are you asking? They say, no, you want to cover up. You want to cover up. Because you're a lawyer, you want to... Those are the wrongest kind of parenting. If that child could just have expressed himself, you would have found to... My son, no, they ever collect change.
But it's because we're always asking. He will even tell them, okay, have you finished? Okay, Yolu, come and collect it. Because it was Yolu that parented him. He never collect. But if you don't find out, you start calling the child a thief.
Yeah.
And what you call a child is what the child owns. And that's the most dangerous kind of thing to ever do. You will allow that child to establish what exactly is their own side of the story. And as a parent, you must be able to be that unbiased umpire. You must be able to hear, see, and read everything before you finish a child's life. Those are all these traumas that we were them beats. When we not treat us unfairly, I cannot come and sit here and call my parents' house. I was a good child.
I just remember that in my house growing up, if you break a plate, you get beaten for breaking a plate. My house now, when you break a plate,
you sweep it.
You don't get beaten. But I still see the same remorse I felt then, and they still feel it, you know. So I didn't have to be, but I still get that same behavior.
I was so scared of that China place.
Of course.
Hey, Jesus Christ. So we used to take those China as if it was one god.
They don't beat for breaking anything in my house. They will take your money. I broke a bucket for throwing tantrums. I just broke it on somebody. And my mother said, okay, this is your 30 naira, that is your pocket money. You will not get it for a week. And me, I cannot skip any meal. Food was a problem. Food was a control. All those fasting, I did not forgive. So it's different thing. In my house too now, I don't beat my kids for breaking it. Anything you break, you miss it. You don't get it replaced. So that's the way. I go clear. There are things that you must beat a child for.
We have to wrap up on this conversation. We have to wrap up this conversation. But, I mean, as I said, it would be nice to have somebody who speaks really for the modern parenting, because even though
Amaka has spoken about that quite often.
Sorry?
Amaka speaks about that often.
Yes, modern parenting is really interesting, but I also like to see people share in their options of how to manage situations like what Ramatu had shared, that scenario, what's the best approach, because I as a mother, I struggle, because at times I'm thinking, okay, what should I do in this moment? Like when you see your child, you're thinking, this one needs a slap, but I'm not supposed to slap, so I walk away first. You want to think? No, but that moment, there's sometimes where I do it, but there's sometimes where I feel like this one needs a bit of thinking. And I come back, because you need to process the situation.
And do wisdom, because my children are so smart now, so you have to go and build on your wisdom, add to it, and come back.
The way you're reacting to me, we'll find something. So I say, I'll leave the situation first, go to my room. I don't want to see anybody, and I'll think, what do I do? And then call, and then,
ChatGPT something.
That is all we can take on today's show. That's all we can take. So have a great weekend. To join the ladies of Your View Pigeon tomorrow morning, and we'll see you Monday. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Hello, fellow Nigerians.